I'm happy to see that people are finally coming around and people are finally starting to understand what I've been trying to tell them for years. But nobody was really comprehending what I was trying to tell them. And once again, they're killing more black people. And a lot of people ask why. Well, please let me answer that question for you. It's because it's like hitting the reset button. Every time black people start to prosper and we get to a certain point where we start to feel that we finally getting somewhere, they hit the reset button on you. And that's how they keep you from really getting ahead, because every time you try to get ahead, they'll come out here and they'll start doing the things that they used to do back in the 50s and 60s. So basically, they keep on throwing you back in time. That's their way of hitting the reset button. And every time they hit the reset button, it's like starting all over again. So what it reminds me of is that hamster that's running around that wheel. See, that's how they want black people to be. They want you to be that hamster that runs around that wheel but never gets anywhere. And that's why they're out here killing black people the way they are now. Another reason is they see that what I call Generation X. And that's the younger people today. That's the younger whites that really don't see things the way they see it. So it's the baby boomers. It's the old people that don't want to give up the power, because they want things to continue to be the way it's been in business as usual. They want to continue to dominate and continue the status quo. And that's for you to be lesser than them and for them to be more than you. And that's what they want. That's the reason why they really don't want to give up the power. And that's the reason why they hit the reset button, for they can, drive a wedge between, black people and white people. Because soon as we think it's getting better, they do this right here. And what this does, it starts a racial divide. And they know only thing they got to do is get out here and shoot a few black people, and racism starts all over again. So it's their way of keeping racism alive, because they don't want it to die, because they make too much money off of it. They make too much money off of racism. With the prison complex system, that's all racist. Latinos and blacks making up 80% of the prison system. See, racism is money. And they don't want to give that up. They make billions and billions of dollars off of racism. Just like they made America the strongest country in the world off of racism and slavery. They built this country on racism and slavery. That's $1 trillion industry. They're not going to give that up. To them, racism made America great. Why do you think you got Donald Trump talking about we want to make America great again? You know why? Because he knows that racism and bigotry is what made America what it is today. In a country that's built on that, it's not going to change its format. That's its foundation. Racism is the foundation of America. They built it on that. And we don't understand. And we got to understand they're not going to change that no time soon. But we as a people, we have to protect ourselves. We ain't got no choice, because you see what they're doing. So we got to protect ourselves. And I know that you hope and change Negroes is not going to like what I'm about to say. But I honestly don't believe that it's ever going to change. Because it's the is the foundation of America. It's always going to be like this. The only way it's going to change, and the only way they're going to stop killing you, is when you stop them from killing you. You, yourself, you're going to have to stop it, because they're not going to do it. They're going to keep doing it until you say enough is enough. And I hope that comes pretty soon, which you got a little bit of that in Dallas. Now, I don't like what happened to those 5 officers, but look at it. It got somebody's attention. It got somebody's attention. Now, I don't advocate violence, but it's sad that somebody got to do something like that to shake them up. For the first time, you see them wanting to start a dialogue. See, once they get the dropping like flies, see, it's different when it's just us getting shot down. Who cares, right? But when they start falling, that's a different story. Now they're all shook up. Oh my God. A black person finally fought back. Let's sit down. We need a dialogue. We need to talk now. But you wasn't trying to talk when we was getting shot down. See, and that's the game they play. So you hope and change Negroes that want to get out there and march. I ain't marching with you, because I don't see no progress in marching. With all due respect to the Black Lives Matter movement, all due respect to you, I'm not with the program. I'm with the by all means necessary program. Because it seems like what that brother did in Dallas, and I don't condone it, has gotten more progress than all the marches in the last 20 years. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. One love.